Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're talking about the Chroma V2. This is a balisong I wasn't particularly expecting to receive in the pass around by L-Dog. But it is a balisong that I've been pleasantly surprised by, but it is also quite weird. I was actually contemplating getting this balisong, particularly in these two colours as well, in the kind of blurple, Prisma-esque, as my kind of plain, safe, ready to go abroad beta. And I'm actually quite glad I didn't. Obviously, one, because then this video could have happened, but it would have been under a slightly more... I'm not sure. I don't know. It would have happened, it would have just been different. I know that for sure. And yeah, it's really been kind of bizarre. It's not been how I expected it, because it is just kind of peculiar. It is a bizarre knife. It is super light, easily the lightest thing I've flipped. It's not as nice as the G10 Orca Trainer clone by the one. That thing is super nice. And I kind of wish that was. I kind of wish there was one that was kind of like the HOM, like old G10 Bally, but not resembling a knife, so it's more along the lines of something like this that's kind of TSA safe. I should say airport safe, because TSA is only in America, but that's how they're usually marketed, right? Because obviously this hobby is the biggest in the States. But yeah, this thing it's kind of weird, right? It is good. It is balanced well. It is a slight handle bias. How does it flip? I'm not sure. I've heard some people compare it to a Kraken, and I can kind of see where they're coming from, but also it doesn't really flip like... I guess it flips with the predictability of a Kraken, which is one thing I can definitely give it. It's a super predictable flipper. Okay, he says as he... Whoa! Yeah, it's a super predictable flipper. And I do enjoy it. It's really nice and quiet, so it's actually quite perfect for, kind of flipping like on a phone call or just somewhere where it's going to be discreet. Obviously, it's no flashing colours. I mean, it's blue and purple. I personally would prefer something that's a little bit less threatening, so I prefer like a white blade rather than a black one, because a black one, obviously moving quickly, I see you find a lot more solid black blades than you do find solid white blades. But other than that, this thing's been kind of cool. It's a little weird. And that is actually partially why, that little sound test there. Because it's got Zen pins. But then obviously, when it's hitting this side, it is just this like O-ring and screw. Which makes it super bizarre, especially when doing like ricochets. Because it's kind of like just this weird mesh of... It's almost inconsistent in terms of how it feels when you're flipping. It flips consistently, but it feels really weird, because when you'll do anything with open position, anything like that, whether it be fanning, something like that, and then whenever you do anything that comes to be closing, this just feels a little peculiar. It just takes getting used to. I prefer kind of the same pin system on both ends. If it was Zen pin, I'd rather it be Zen pin here as well. Which I'm not sure if the Zen pins actually do hit. I think this just hits before it. And obviously, as you can see, the blade does also taper out. So yeah, it's a bit of a strange design, in my opinion. I think that could probably be the one thing I'd improve on this, which I think that's actually how the kind of V2.5 of these things is going to be, because it seems to be resembling a lot more like the Tay Flipper. But it does sound good. I will admit, it does. It is a good sounding plastic balisong. And I think for the price, it's actually a pretty good deal. I think I'm going to be more likely to be getting an Edit Lite instead of this. Not anytime soon, so please don't get your hopes up in the immediate future. But, once I book a nice long holiday, I'll definitely, in the weeks coming up to that, grab myself an Edit Lite, and you may have some more broad content of Edit Lites flipping with different scenery than you normally see on this channel, which I think would be super cool. I just think this is a really strange bally, but I do also quite like it. It's really been growing on me. I'm picking it up a lot more than I expected to be. Despite my kind of first impressions of, it's a little weird. It is a little weird. I'm trying to baby all these ballies, because obviously none of them are mine. Oh, sorry. I feel bad every time I drop this thing. It's on grass, right? And I've only been flipping this on grass and carpet. I say grass, it's the first time I'm taking it outside, to be honest. But yeah, overall, I'd say this thing is a pleasant surprise. It feels 3D printed, so I won't say it feels incredible in the hand, but it's definitely it's a nice like middle ground of grip, and still being like slick enough that it's not too grippy. He says as it flies out of his hands. Yeah, clearly it's not too grippy, but yeah, no, it's not super slippery either. It's just this nice middle ground. It feels like it's 3D printed, to be honest. It doesn't feel particularly expensive, but it actually does feel well built. It doesn't feel like it's some cheap Chinese crap. It flips really well. It's balanced really well, and it sounds pretty good. So yeah, that's kind of my little overview for this. I'll definitely be giving a review based off of, like, you know, price, flipping, availability, and all that. My standard kind of official reviews. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yeah, on this thing later in this month, hopefully. But yeah, this is super cool. I really like this. I'm just rubbish at flipping, so I'm going to end the video now. Yeah, check out the link in the description for music, Instagram. You know, like, comment, subscribe. Happy to answer any questions about this whilst I have it. And I guess I'll always have a reference for this in the future. But, you know, this has been really pleasant. It does all the weird chaplains I would ever do. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.